Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom. So this, I seen the apostle, the elder apostle Tahar. He did a video touching on the, this National Day of Prayer, as well as the elder from Vegas, Elder Karataza, which I think that lesson was based off of that. But just touching on this National Day of Prayer, because it got brought up to me this morning before I watched the videos, and just what comes to mind is like, why you're a man of the Lord, or you in the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're not going to pray for this place. If anything, you praying for the downfall of this place. It reminds me of a few weeks or months now back of, the wicked 2/3 Israelites want to pray for Alazar, pray for his recovery and this and that, when he's a complete reprobate. And this place is no different. This place is needs to be destroyed. This place needs to be wiped off the earth. So I'm not going to pray for this place. I'm not going to pray for the 2/3, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not going to hear you on the matter. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not listening to the 2/3. He's not listening to these wicked heathen. And they're not even calling on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They're worshiping the gods that they made up. They're worshiping white Jesus and white. They're saviors that they made up that can't do anything. So this is National Day of Prayer, just quick from Google, and it says it's Thursday, May 1st, which is also May Day. And from what I gathered from the Elder Apostle Tahar's videos, and I know the Elder Apostle Gabar also goes into this as well, that this is an occult holiday. This is a satanic day. So I'm not going to be joining prayers with these heathens, with these different Satanists. So the National Day of Prayer is an annual day of observance designated by the United States Congress and held on the first Thursday of May, when the people are asked to turn to God in prayer and meditation. The president is required by law to sign a proclamation each year encouraging all Americans to pray this day. So it don't matter. It says all to turn to God, but you have all these different people here that worship different things. You got people that worship different gods. As many cities are in this place, Babylon the Great, there's probably twice or three times as many gods that people have made up. And I just had this also. What is the National Day of Prayer in the U.S.? This is the National Day of Prayer is an annual observance held on the first Thursday of May, bringing together people of all faiths to pray for our nation. So this is all the people joining together, praying for the nation, praying for America to come back, to be great, whatever. It's all bullshit. Your prayers mean nothing. This is and it's saying all faiths. It don't matter what denomination. It don't matter whatever. Just come together and pray. With this nigga that wants to kill you, this nigga that next to you that touches dogs and kids and all kinds of abominations, come together with him and pray for them, that this place will be more and more abominable. So this is I'm gonna start off here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, and I'm gonna start at verse 5, and this is in the, I thought I had this in the right. Yeah, this is in the NLT. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 5 in the NLT. There may be so-called gods both in heaven and on earth, and some people actually worship many gods and many lords. So the people in the world, they think there's all kinds of gods, gods in the heavens, under the earth, in the sea, whatever. They're worshiping all these different gods, these different idols. But for us, there is one God, which his name is Yahweh, the Father, by whom all things were created, which Yahweh means he to be. by whom all things were created, and for whom we live. And there is one Lord, Yahushai Hamashiach. So there's one, his son's name is Yahushai. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh. Yahushai means he saves, he delivers. Through whom all things were created, and through whom we all live. So this is telling you a lot, because it's telling you the Heavenly Father created everything, but he created everything, this whole universe, everything that you see now, through his son, Yahushai. So like when you read Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1, it's letting you know the order of things. Yeah, it says God, but when you go into the Hebrew, the pure tongue, what it was written in, the language of the heavens, is letting you know the Elohim, which who is the head of that Elohim? Yahushai. And then who is Yahushai's head? Yahweh. So it's letting you know that Yahushai, he's that first spirit created, and he created everything else. So again, there is one, let me start here. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 6. But for us, who the true worshipers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, there is one power, the Father, by whom all things were created, and for whom we all live. And there is one Lord, Yahushai Hamashiach, through whom all things were created, and through whom we live. So we have life through Yahushai. We have allowance to return, to repent through Yahushai. Not through Jesus, not through any of that, because his name was not Jesus. It was Yahushai. The language that they were speaking was Hebrew. The language in the heavens is Hebrew. So from here, I'm going to go to Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5, and I'm going to read this in the Amplified. Where is it? Psalms 96 and verse 5 in the Amplified. For all the gods of the peoples are worthless, lifeless idols, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai made the heavens. So all the different gods that these people have made up, this false image that they posted, that they've propped up to superimpose themselves like they're the God of the heavens and his son, through the image of Caesar Borgia, painting the angels, covering up the faces of the judges. This is what they've propped up. And these are all idols. And all the different things that all these people coming together, calling on their different gods and coming together to pray for this place, and they're all idols. They're worthless and lifeless. And you know what? That was just a Shema prayer. It's a Shema Yasher Allah, Alahaya Nawa. Let me see here. Shema Yasher Allah, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh Achud. So it's Deuteronomy 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, our power is one. Yahweh. So it would be Shema Yasher Allah, Alahaya Nawa, Achud. So that would be, listen, Israel, Yahweh, or Alahaya Nawa would mean the highest, the judge. Our judge, our power is one. He's one. He's not many gods. He's not the gods of all these different nations. He's the God of Israel. But that just came to mind. But it's just, and that doesn't mean that Yahweh and his son Yahushai are the same being, neither. We got one purpose. Yahushai, when he was on the earth, he had one purpose: to do the will of his Father, not to do his own will. And we're on that same wavelength. So this is did I skip something? Oh no. This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 4. It says, who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? So, and the point being here is, what is his name? His name is Yahweh. What is his son's name? Yahushai. So, if you can't tell these names, if you're not calling on these names, then you don't know. You're not worshiping the same God. And if you're on the same wavelength as them, you're not going to be praying for Babylon the Great to make it another 1,000 years or however long. This is Acts chapter 4 and verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other name, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So the names are in Hebrew. Even in Acts, it'll tell you that when Paul was knocked off the horse, the voice that was speaking to him, which was Yahushai, was speaking in the Hebrew tongue. And it wasn't modern day Hebrew. It wasn't Yiddish. It was Lashon Kodash. So there's no other name. There's no other gods or idols that you can join up with. And these other nations, they don't have it. This is 1 Kings 18. But just going into the count of Elijah with the false prophets. Let me see here. Let me just look for a good spot to start. This is 1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 20. So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions? If the Lord or if Yahweh be the power or God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. So who's the true power? Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, or who the world calls God or Jesus or Buddha or whatever they say, Allah? Who cares? But who's the true God? Because if y'all are getting ready to find out, those in the truth, we already know who's the true power. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So here, we continue reading verse 22. Then Elijah said unto the people, I, even I, only remain a prophet of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, but Baal's prophets are 450 men. So Elijah's seeing he's outnumbered, and it's really not about numbers, even though there is, which I'm not going to jump the gun, trying not to, but just because you got all these different nations and their stupid religions here, and they outnumber the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, these Christian church congregations, they got millions of members and stuff like that, but they don't have Yahweh. They don't have Yahweh, Yahushai. They don't have anything. They worship idols. They're stupid. They're blind. They can't do nothing. So continuing on, verse 23, let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under, and I will dress the bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And the power that answereth by fire, let him be, the power, or Yahweh, or not Yahweh, Aslaki, but let him be God. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. So they made, two sacrifices. Who's ever God, if that God sparks the fire of the sacrifice, that's the true God. So let's see it. And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you 1 bullock for yourselves, and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon, saying, Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered, and they leaped upon the altar which was made. So, this scripture, this passage that came to mind earlier, because now you see, they're getting together for a day of prayer. All these people want to make America great, and they're praying to their different gods, and they're trying to pray to God or whatever, to Baal, in other words, because it's just a false idol. And they're hoping that their prayers will be answered, but they're not. Verse 27, and it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, Cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awaked. So, like the prophets now, and we're mocking you other nations, you heathen, you idol worshipers, we're mocking you. Because look at what's happening. And you got, what do you call it? You got mass layoffs, famines, diseases, people losing their minds, wildfires, this and that, like war breaking out. And all the things that you're praying for are going unanswered. And the opposite is happening. What the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are praying for more destruction, for this place to go down, for this place to be destroyed. So whose prayer is being answered? And also mocking your God, because it's idols. It's stupid idols. Verse 28, and they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lancets till the blood gushed out upon them. But that's... I'll keep reading. And it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice nor any to answer, nor any that regarded. So they went no answer from the gods that they prayed to, and it's the same thing now. You praying to your gods, your idols, there's not going to be any answer. And Elijah said unto all the people, Come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him, and he repaired the altar of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and he made a trench about the altar, as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullocks in pieces, and laid them on the wood, and said, Fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. And he said, Do it the second time, and they did it the second time. And he said, Do it the third time, and they did it the third time. And I'm just gonna jump down to try to get to the point. Verse 37. You know what? I'm going to read verse 36. And it came to pass that at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art the power in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. So, yeah, Elijah wasn't going outside of the Lord's will. He's doing what Yahweh Shem Yahushai had commanded him to do. Hear me, O Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hear me, that this people may know that thou art Yahweh, power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of Yahweh Shem Yahushai fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. So Elijah's prayer was answered, showing that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the true power. Not Baal, not these different idols that these different nations call on. And when the people saw it, they fell on their faces and they said, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, he is the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, he is the power. And it's going to be the same thing when you see the destruction of Babylon the Great. All you people around the world, you're going to see this. You're going to see that's Yahweh. Yahweh did that because it's been prophesied. Who's carrying out all these judgments on the earth, and who's going to do this? Who's bringing this destruction that's going to happen to Babylon the Great? So this is just for time's sake. So here, this is Proverbs 11 and verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So, and that was Israelites that were joined up with Baal. So even today, the Israelites are joined up with different idols and whatnot. They're joined up with the wicked, the Edomites, and even themselves are wicked. Joined up with all these different nations and idols or whatever. Just because you join hand in hand with them, just because you join hand in hand in prayer with this wicked nation, Babylon the Great, who's ruled over by the Edomites, that don't mean you're gonna be unpunished. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So they got a judgment coming to them. It don't matter, you join hands with them, pray with them, whatever, that judgment is coming. And it's not gonna turn back. They got this judgment coming to them. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So the elect, they're going to be delivered from this destruction. So this is Revelation chapter 5, and let me see here. And this is just going into the prayers of the saints. So this is Revelation chapter 5 and verse 8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 4 and 20 elders fell down before the Lamb, which is the Lamb is Yahushai, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. So these are the prayers of the saints. This is what's pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. So this is the songs that the saints are singing. Yahushai, you did this. You gave your life for a sacrifice. You redeemed us. You're worthy. And you redeemed us out of all the lands we've been scattered into, out of all the people that we've been scattered amongst, out of all the nations we've been scattered amongst. You redeemed us. You did it. And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. So the Israelites is going to reign next. And this is through Yahushai giving his life up for the Israelites, starting with the elect, the 144,000, starting with them. So here, this is Revelation 8 and verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. So here, the prayers of the saints again. It's likened on the incense. These things are pleasing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai isn't hearing everybody's prayers. So let's get this real quick. let's see here. This is Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 16. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. So don't pray for the wicked of the Israelites. And also here, Jeremiah 14:11. Let's see here. Yeah, Jeremiah 14 and verse 11. Then said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai unto me, pray not for this people for their good. So the 2/3, pray not for their good. They're set to be destroyed. Pray for them to be destroyed. The same thing with Babylon the Great. We're praying for this place to be destroyed, not to recover, not to make it. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by famine, and by the famine and by the pestilence. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, this is your judgment coming to you people. This is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's judgment, I should say, coming to the wicked Israelites and to the rest of the heathen nations, because they're going to suffer right along. Hey, since you're joining hand in hand with them, you're going to suffer right along with these heathen nations. Give me 1 second here. This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 29. And we went over this in class yesterday, so it's, fresh in my mind. This is Proverbs 15 and 29. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to hear the prayers of the righteous, his elect. So let's see here. And part of the prayers that go up to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, I'm just going to close out with this. The prayers that are going up to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not just let this place go on forever. Please, I'd love it here so much. No, our prayers is, please bring the kingdom of heaven. Please destroy this place. Please bring judgment. Please bring more. Please make these people more and more miserable. So this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So those that were martyrs, those that were witnesses to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that died for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, for this word, for the truth. Matter of fact, there's what is that? Sirach 4. Is it 4? Let me see here. Oh, 28. Okay. Sirach chapter 4 and verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall fight for thee. So the elect, those that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is hearing their prayers, hey, they're fighting for the truth. They die for the truth. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to fight for them. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not fighting for the heathen, fighting for the wicked 2/3, fighting for those that are weak and have given up. And so this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? So this is the prayers that are going up. And when are you going to judge this wicked kingdom? When are you going to avenge the blood of your elect? You said our blood is precious to you, that we're precious in your sight, that we're a peculiar people to you, that we're special to you. You're the apple of your eye, or we're the apple of your eye. But hey, soon. This is gonna happen soon. This is gonna take place soon. Because it's already written. The prayers of the saints has been answered already in the scriptures, and we're watching it play out. Matter of fact, I'll close out with this. Let me see here. I'm gonna jump up a little bit. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 11, and I'm going to jump around. I beheld then, because of the great words which the horn spake with that last beast, which this little horn represents America, the blasphemous, pompous words that this devil spoke into the earth, saying that we don't need a God, we're greater than God, God is dead, all the bullshit. A man can be a woman, anything, all the stuff that comes out of this place. I beheld even till the beast was slain and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. So Daniel was seeing this beast, which this represents this beast, but he's the Babylon the Great here in this vision is representing this fourth beast. And it was given up to the flame, meaning this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, by the ICBMs, by the lasers from the chariots. This place is going to go up in flames, and the flames is going to burn for generations. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time. So the rest of the kings of the earth, they went into slavery. This is what you other nations, you heathen around the world have to look forward to. Slavery. And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of a Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And this is also showing that Yahweh and Yahushai, the Father and the Son, are not the same being. Because here Yahushai is coming to the Father. And the Ancient of Days, that's Ancient of Days. There's no beginning and no end. The Son of Man has a creation date. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So this is Yahushai's kingdom that's coming. It isn't here yet, but it's coming. And the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, starting with the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, are telling you before it happens. So I'm going to jump down to verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever under Yahushai. So the saints, the Israelites, the Israelites are going to rule next. And this is the prayer that's going to be answered. It's not for the fourth beast to keep ruling forever. But, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Hey, Shalom.